So our next speaker is from the class of 1975. He's a filmmaker and he's a national recipient of the George Washington Honor Medal. Would you please join me welcoming Larry Cappetto.
Good morning, Central Warriors. Class of 2017, is that right? Wow. I couldn't even think of 2017 when I was in high school. That was like future Star Trek stuff. And I did walk these halls one day. Years ago, I went to school here, and I always enjoyed coming back to Central High School. This is my graduating high school. It means a lot to me. I still stay in touch with a lot of my classmates. And you young people in here, you have a great opportunity before you. You know, you've got to live your life. What are you, 14, 15 years old? Is that pretty much it? You know, you're young. A lot of times older people want to write off our younger generation. We call it Generation X and all this stuff, and they don't care. You guys do care. I speak to students across the country all the time. I've spoke to tens of thousands of students about the work that I've been doing. For the past 10 years of my life, I've been on an incredible journey, young people. I've been traveling 500,000 miles, interviewing veterans that have served our country. World War II veterans, Korean veterans, Vietnam veterans, those serving in Iraq, Afghanistan, and all other wars. How many of you young people in this room have somebody in your family that's serving in the military or who has served? Raise your hand. Look around, everybody. This message is personal, and I know, guaranteed, some of you will enter the military someday. And there's not a more noble thing that you can do for our country but to serve our country. I just got back from Washington, D.C., where I was at a Vietnam reunion. These are now 65-year-old men going to the wall, looking at 58,000 names of their comrades who were killed in Vietnam, with tears in their eyes. They're touching the wall. They're sketching the names on the wall. If you've never been there, it's the most amazing experience. You don't have to have served in combat to get an emotional response from that wall. But there's all these names, and I go up to these guys and I go, tell me about your friend who was 17, 18, 19 years old and who died for this country. And they begin to tell me with tears in their eyes about what they did and how brave they were and how they never got a chance to live their lives. You young people have a chance to live your lives. Live it to its fullest. Live it to its fullest. Don't take it for granted. I don't think there's anybody in this room this morning who woke up and said, thank God I'm free. Thank God I live in a free country. You got up this morning, you barely made it to school on time, and that's your life. But let me challenge you with this thought, young people. You were born in a free country. You've never known nothing but freedom. If they were to come to take you away, lock you up, and take your family away, and march you off to a concentration camp, you would have lost the most precious thing that you have, your freedom. And I've spent the last 10 years of my life interviewing now about 1,000 veterans, if you can imagine, that have served our country. I've done a lot of things with my life since high school, but this is the most meaningful thing I've ever done. How can we ever thank our veterans enough for what they've done for our country? I compete with the entertainment industry. You guys go to a movie, man. You want to be entertained. You go to a movie on Friday or Saturday night. You come out of there, woo! You know, I have the responsibility of recording stories, history of men and women who have served our country, who gave their lives, who died for you, and they never met you. And yet you can come and go today to school. You can get a free education. You can sit in your desk. You can travel. You can do all these amazing things. When I was your age, I didn't even think about freedom. I just lived my life, did my thing, was a good student. I was really into skiing back then. I was a ski racer. I'm in better shape now than I was then, though, I'll tell you that. But I wasn't conscious of the fact that people were dying for our country. And I'm here today to shock you into reality for the few moments that I have. That war is not a video game. War is something that's real. I had a 13-year-old middle school student recently in Denver. I asked him after a program, I said, what did the program mean to you? He said it was very emotional. And then he began to cry. And he cried. And he cried. He had just listened to an 89-year-old machine gunner from D-Day, an old World War II veteran. And he composed himself and he says, you know, they try to make this thing out of a game. He says, war is not a game. 13 years old. He says, when you kill somebody, it changes you. It changes you. And that young man doesn't know how much he touched my life with what he said. He got the message. He understood, you know, that we can't take these things for granted. The last thing he said is, with tears coming down his cheeks, I am so blessed that I can go home free every day. And I challenge you young people to think about that. Think about what you have. And if you're called to serve this country, do it with everything you have. And be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. We live in a day where you guys are looking for role models and heroes. I have found mine in the veterans that I've interviewed. Not one of them has ever called themselves a hero, but they're my heroes. They're my heroes. They have done amazing things for our country. They've shed blood on foreign soil. So I'm here with a positive message this morning, you know, that you can do everything you've accomplished that you want to do in this life. You know, my idea to interview veterans was just an idea. I could have just let it pass by. We have many opportunities in life. Seize those opportunities. There's 3 things you can never get back: your time, your words, and what's the third one? I'll think of it in a minute. No, you can get money back. I want to give you it's one more little a piece of advice. Young people, if you're writing things down, life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. When I run at the college, you have a lot of 20-year-olds passing me up for 1 or 2 laps, but where are they at in the 8th, 9th, and 10th laps of their lives? They've burned out. Life is a marathon. Pace yourself through this life. Don't try to do it all by the time you're 16 or 18 or 21. You know, pace yourself. You know, I've learned a lot since I graduated here. I love this school. I didn't think I ever ditched one day. Can you believe that? But I was a good student. And I took the opportunity that was presented before me, and I got a good education. And I'm thankful for that. And this school means a lot to me. Do we have time for a song? Okay. Can I sing you guys a song? Okay, I really want you to pay attention to the words. This song is called I'm an American Soldier. It was written by a man named Sean Shipper up in North Dakota. I was up there doing some school programs back in March, and he turned me on to this song, and it's like an anthem for our veterans. So when I sing this, I want you guys to imagine a soldier in a foreign land, 10,000 miles from home, homesick, fighting for his country or fighting for her country. And I think this song will mean a lot more to you if you can think about that. It's called I'm an American Soldier. I'm out here on the front line. I don't want to be. When you say your prayers tonight, please say one for me. Halfway around the world, in a foreign land. If you think that I'm not scared, I'll tell you that I am. I'm an American soldier, red, white, and blue. I love my God and my country. I give my life for you. Dying don't come easy, freedom don't come free. When you say your prayers tonight, please say one for me. I'm out here with my buddies, they're my family. I know that I can count on them, they can count on me. Yes, I miss you, Mama, my sister, and you, Dad. When I get back home to you, what a party we will have. I'm an American soldier, red, white, and blue. I love my God and my country. My life for you. Dying don't come easy, freedom don't come free. When you say your prayers tonight, you say one for me. most of us, we won't sleep as we're ready for the fall. Our chaplain gathers us together. We bow our heads to pray. We recite Psalm 23 and ask God to bless the USA. I'm an American soldier, red, white, and blue. I love my God and my country. I give my life for you. Dying don't come easy. Freedom don't come free. When you say your prayers tonight, please say one for me. Down in the valley I shall fear no evil, for the Lord, He wants me. He's there right beside me, to love and to guide me on the road to victory. His rod and His staff shall comfort my path. My enemy shall feel His wrath as we go marching on. I'm an American soldier, red, white, and blue. I love my God and my country. I give my life for you. Dying don't come easy. Freedom don't come free. When you say your prayers tonight, you say one for me. I'm out here on the front line, where I don't want to be. When you say your prayers tonight, you say one for me. Thank you. Thank you. Right at 9:30. How's that?
You did good.
We're done.
We're done?
Are we done?
I think we're done. Marcel. Nice job. Good job, Preston. Don't take his hand on your way out. Nice job. Good job, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Appreciate you.